Talking Birds.
Made possible by the generous support of the Birdwatchers General Store, Orleans, Cape Cod. Birdwatchersgeneralstore.com.
By Vortex Optics with the VIP warranty. Their unlimited lifetime promise to keep you and your optics covered. Learn more at vortexoptics.com.
By Brome, where bird feeding meets innovation. Discover truly squirrel-proof bird feeders, all backed by lifetime care commitment. Brome.com.
And by Hog Island Audubon Camp. For full camp schedule, program details, and to register, visit audubon.org/Hog Island.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to our show, number 1101. We're watching northern house wren nestlings popping their heads out from the nest box there in our Talking Birds garden as the parents raise their second brood of the year. Well, there are two great birding festivals in Arizona this month. The Southwest Wings Festival from August 5th through the 8th, and the Southeast Arizona Festival August 12th through the 16th. And right now we'll get some demonstrations of why Southeast Arizona is such an amazing place for birds by way of two audio postcards, starting with this one from Haley Perez.
Hi everyone, this is Haley from San Diego. That sound you just heard is a coppery-tailed trogon, formerly called the elegant trogon, and I'm in Southeast Arizona right now on a birthday birding trip. I'm with my mom and my husband, and we're exploring Madera Canyon, which is just an amazing place for birds, for nature and wildlife. And so far, I've gotten a few lifers today. Blue grosbeak, a gray hawk, and a Bell's vireo. We have seen the trogons here before, and I was so happy to see one again just now. Happy birding, everybody.
Happy birding to you, Haley. Well, that's one Southeast Arizona canyon heard from via audio postcard. And here comes another one.
Hey there, Ray. This is Gordon and Lori Lamb out in Southeast Arizona. We're in Miller Canyon, and one of the most iconic birds down here is what you hear calling in the background. That's the much sought after flame-colored tanager. We were over by the spot where it has been nesting, and a Cooper's hawk came through, silenced everything, but now it's calling away. Have a great day, Talking Birds, folks. Bye now.
ABB, always be birding.
Always be birding, Lori. Thank you, Gordon and Lori. Extra thanks to Lori, who'll be hosting our Talking Birds table at the Southwest Wings Birding and Nature Festival. Thank you, Lori. If you're new to our show, we can let you know we have a mystery bird contest every week on our show, something extra special today as well. And the way it works is we play the sound or the call or the song of a bird as you just heard, give you some clues, and then I invite you to call in as soon as possible after we give the number and see if you might win this contest and the accompanying prizes. Our mystery bird is a slender, mostly white seabird with a stout black bill, a short, notched tail, pale gray wings, and in breeding plumage a black cap. Unlike most of its relatives, our bird does not depend on fish for food. Instead, it feeds mostly on insects, small crabs, and other prey snatched from the ground, air, or vegetation. In the Americas, our bird breeds over most of the eastern and southern coastal U.S. and winters down to Central and South America. There's also a year-round population along the Gulf Coast in Texas and Louisiana. Here it is again. Well, here's the thing that makes this one extra special today, this mystery bird contest. If you win the contest today, by the right answer or by a drawing will do, you'll be eligible for next week's special drawing for a bird weather, he said, puck. P-U-C, that is. It's the amazing device that listens to the sounds of birds, records them, IDs them, and sends the result right to your smartphone. It can be installed just about anywhere, and you can take it with you and set it up wherever you go. This is not some big giant contraption on wheels. It fits in the palm of your hand. Other prizes today, a big bag of our favorite coffee, shade-grown, bird-friendly, truly delicious Birds and Beans coffee, and a $20 gift certificate for Beautio Books. You can spend with Beautio Books. It's your independent, family-owned birding bookstore, proudly carrying one of the largest selections in the world of new, used, rare, and collectible bird books. That's our prize and our prizes and clues and such on our Mystery Bird Contest, which will be coming along a little bit later in the show. We are so fortunate to have more ambassadors to say thank you to. They are the folks who invite us to send little info cards about the show to them so they can spread the word about our program and about birds and conservation. Thank you, Ed Gillette from Naples, Florida. Ed says that many in his family have signed up and enjoy being ambassadors. Thank you, Ed. And thank you, Gillette family, including superstar Ambassador Bill. And thank you, Melinda Jones from Rock Falls, Illinois. She says, I'm the director of Rock Falls Tourism. We established a birding trail a few years ago, located along the Rock River and the Hennepin Canal. We're fortunate to have a variety of birds that call our area home. The city chose to establish the trail for birders to come watch and especially enjoy our abundance of bald eagles. Very cool. The website there, by the way, is visitrockfalls.com. We're always trying to grow our ambassadors family, and if you'd like to become part of it, please visit our talkingbirds.com website and click on the Get Involved tab at the top of the homepage to see how to do it. Still to come today, we'll talk with twin sisters, Laura and Mindy Serda, who are braving the still horrific conditions in Gaza through watching birds and promoting conservation. Also today, Mike O'Connor will join us for Let's Ask Mike, almost live from the archive, in which he will regale us about the wonders of the Feather Atlas. And up next, a rather remarkable featured feathered friend presented by the bigger and better BWD magazine. Experience birds up close with BWD at bwdmagazine.com. The Australian pelican has the longest bill of any bird in the world, up to 20 inches. But that's only about a third of the bird's overall length. The bill length of today's featured feathered friend is greater than that of its entire body. Its name gives a clue about that. It's the Sword-billed Hummingbird. Male sword-billed hummingbirds have shorter bills than the females, but longer wings and tails, and flash bronze-green upperparts and metallic green underparts, with a dark gray belly and a forked blackish bronze-green tail. Females have similar upperparts, but have white underparts and green speckled grayish bellies. The sword-billed hummingbird is found in temperate forests from Venezuela to Bolivia, where they've co-evolved with deep tube-like flowers that are out of reach for other species. That colossal bill presents challenges for the bird, though, including how to keep the bill clean. The bird does this by sliding the bill back and forth against tree branches, like a knight sharpening his blade. Cleaning their feathers is another challenge. Many birds can easily use their tongues, since they don't have a big, awkward beak in the way, but sword-billed hummingbirds do the grooming with their feet. To reduce the strain from the bill's weight, the bird perches with its head angled upward. The sword-billed hummingbird is doing well, with its population listed as of least concern by the International Union for Conservation of Nature due to its large range and lack of major threats. Our bird's scientific name, maybe not surprisingly, comes from Latin words meaning sword-bearing. It's Ensiphera ensifera, the bird with the longest bill per body length of any in the world. Today's featured feathered friend, the sword-billed hummingbird. Welcome again to our show number 1101. Well, the Gaza Strip, often simply called Gaza, is a 25-mile-long Palestinian territory located on the eastern coast of the Mediterranean Sea, bordered by Israel to the north and east and Egypt to the southwest. It serves as one of the two main territories comprising the state of Palestine, the other being the West Bank. For many, many months, the people of Gaza have been beset by seemingly endless conflict that has killed thousands and left enormous numbers of people homeless and starving. In the midst of all this suffering, two Palestinian women, twin sisters, Laura and Mandy Sirda, have managed to keep their hopes alive by bird watching. That's right, bird watching. We've heard a lot in the last few years about how bird watching can provide a calming respite from the troubles of the world, and Laura and Mandy's experience has really put that calming effect to the test. They're about to tell us something about that experience, and they are joined as translator by Bashar Jaraseh. He's a PhD researcher at the Department of Ornithology, Max Planck Institute for Biological Intelligence. Good morning, Laura and Mandy and Bashar.
Hey, good morning, Lee.
Good morning.
Laura, I'll start with you and ask you, what are the conditions you're enduring in Gaza as we speak today?
حاعطيك مجال عشان تترجم عشان أكمل الفقرة الثانية.
She says that the last 2 years were really rough in Gaza. Most buildings and infrastructure was destroyed, and lots of people had to leave their homes and move somewhere else. And in their case, they had to leave their house and move to the south for about a year. Then they came back and they had to move again, and now back again. But yeah, this is still difficult, and the situation is a bit dangerous. They can't move around and leave.
And of course, we are talking about birds. Let me ask you, Laura, again, how are birds and other wildlife coping with the conditions?
للأسف لأنه معظم المناطق.
She says that in terms of biodiversity, almost all the habitats, all the agricultural lands are destroyed. So basically there's no place for the animals and birds to live. Because Gaza used to be one of the main stopovers on the Mediterranean Sea for many migratory birds, but now there's no habitats, no trees, nothing that they can stop and feed on.
Mm-hmm. Well, with that in mind, what birds are you seeing?
حاليا احنا بنلاحظ وبنتابع فقط الطيور المقيمة.
She says that they basically just can see a few species that they see from their house in their garden, but other places there's nothing to see because the Gaza city is overcrowded. Lots of people are displaced and living in one place. Even the beach, if you go to the beach, it's filled with tents, so there's no place for any wildlife to live and occur in these places. So it's really difficult to see any birds in these days.
Well, Mandy, you are trying to watch birds and document sightings whenever you can get a sighting under the conditions, but you're also spreading awareness about birds and conservation in that tragically beset environment. I wonder what kind of reception you get from people in your efforts.
في بداية مشوارنا يمكن كان كتير من الناس.
She says when they started back a few years ago, people didn't accept or they thought the idea is silly that women at their age are following birds to take pictures of them. But then after some time, people started noticing they are taking pictures of some interesting birds. They are raising awareness, even not just inside Gaza, but also to outside. Other people are just started to know that there's biodiversity, there's lots of migratory birds passing in Gaza. So they think slowly they're making an impact, but there's still a long way to go.
من الأشياء الحلوة اللي تركت أثر.
And one of the examples she gave that after sometimes people, when they see any strange bird, they just come to Laura and Andy and ask them and try to describe what they saw, to try to figure out what they saw. So people are a little bit interested in what's around them in terms of biodiversity and like bird diversity and so on. And even some of them started caring about protecting the migratory birds and preventing any hunting.
Wonderful. Well, finally, Lara and Mandy, I'll ask you both, what is your level of optimism that you'll be able to watch birds and really find birds and promote conservation in a peaceful environment in the future?
احنا دائما متفائلين الحمد لله. يعني دائما ربنا بيعطينا هدايا.
Yeah, they say that they always have some optimism for what's coming. Like even in these difficult times, last migration season, they were able to see lots of white storks passing above them, even in these situations. And they see some small birds in their garden. So that keeps them like with some hope, even though the situation in Gaza needs many decades to get back to what it was, but they still have hope.
Anything to add, Mandy, to that?
نتمنى إنه لما تنشمل غزة أو قطاع غزة بشكل عام.
She says that she has a message for everyone that building Gaza and reconstruction is not only about buildings. So it should also consider rebuilding the ecosystems, the natural habitats, and that will help birds come back to the Gaza Strip.
Laura and Mandy Sirda, twin sisters from Gaza who have been documenting birds and wildlife despite the many hardships and dangers. Laura and Mandy have been helping spread awareness about birds and conservation in one of the world's most beleaguered environments. Thank you, Laura and Mandy, and thank you, Bashar, for the translation and for your work. And thanks also to Marta Vidal for helping to arrange this talk. Thank you so much.
شكرا جزيلا لكم جميعا. شكرا بشار، شكرا ري، شكرا مارتا. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you all.
And before we go out, I just will say one quick note about the website so that folks can learn more about this. Birdsofpalestine.com. Birdsofpalestine.com. Thank you all again.
Thank you. Good luck. Bye-bye. Bye.
Laura and Mandy Sirda and Bashar Jaraseh here on Talking Birds. Up next, it's our Mystery Bird Contest in just 1 minute.
The flutter of a tail feather, the flash of a wing bar in mid-flight. You don't always have a lot of time to identify a bird in nature, let alone to appreciate its beauty. But with Vortex Optics, you'll have the power to bring every wild moment closer. When you choose Vortex, you're choosing to have a partner in the field as passionate about nature as you are. Whether you're spotting old friends on the backyard feeder or packing for a once-in-a-lifetime trip to add a few species to your life list, Vortex offers a full range of optics and optics accessories for every birder and every budget. And whether the birds are taking you to another state or another country, you're always covered by the Vortex VIP warranty, an unlimited lifetime promise to keep you and your optic covered. If you'd like to learn more, or if you need help choosing your next optic, give Vortex a call at 1-800-4-VORTEX or visit vortexoptics.com.
We're hearing again from our mystery bird. A slender, mostly white seabird with a stout black bill, a short notched tail, pale gray wings, and a breeding plumage of black cap. Unlike most of its relatives, our bird doesn't depend on fish for food, but feeds mostly on small crabs, insects, and other prey that it grabs from the ground or vegetation or in the air. In the Americas, our bird breeds over most of the eastern and southern coastal U.S. and winters down to Central and South America. And there's also a year-round population along the Gulf Coast in Texas and Louisiana. That would be our mystery bird. And heard the sound there and the clues. And our prizes include two beautiful things here. One is a big bag of our favorite coffee. Shade-grown, bird-friendly, truly delicious birds and beans coffee grown under the natural forest canopy in Central America to preserve wintering habitat for warblers and tanagers and thrushes and hummingbirds and more. And we have that $20 gift certificate to spend with Buteo Books, your independent, family-owned birding bookstore with one of the biggest selections of birding books in the world. And if you win the contest today by the drawing or by the correct answer, you'll be eligible for next week's big drawing for the Bird Weather Puck, an amazing little device that listens to the sounds of birds, records them, IDs them, and sends the results right to your smartphone. You can even listen to that recording on your smartphone after bird weather captures it. So that's the Mystery Bird Contest. And the only other thing here is to give that phone number again here so you could call us and let us know what that bird is. Here it is. It's 781-837-4900. And just in case you missed that, it's 781-837-4900. And up next, almost live from the archive, let's ask Mike with Mike O'Connor in just 1 minute.
Squirrels have one mission in life: eat your birdseed. They hang, they swing, they stretch, climb, and plot their next move. For squirrels, your bird feeder is the ultimate prize. But now, they've finally met their match. Introducing the Squirrel Buster Evolution. When a squirrel climbs onto the feeder, its own weight automatically closes access to the seed, stopping the theft instantly while birds continue to feed comfortably. No batteries, no tricks, no complicated setup. Just smart, proven squirrel-proof technology that works day after day, season after season. That's why the Squirrel Buster Evolution was named Best New Birding Product of 2025 by the Wild Bird Feeding Institute. So let the birds enjoy the feast, and let the squirrels keep trying. Look for the Squirrel Buster Evolution at brome.com or at your local bird shop.
Well, it's a little bit of a cloudy day, a few raindrops here, but Mike O'Connor has proven once again that regardless of all that, it's still warm and sunny on Cape Cod. At least warm, or at least sunny.
It's actually both of those things,
both.
which is surprising.
Anyway, you want to talk about something called the Feather Atlas. I don't know what that is, but it sounds big.
Yeah. It's actually, people come in regularly with feathers for me to identify, and first of all, I technically have to say that collecting feathers is against the law. Back in the day, people used to collect feathers and make decorations and hats, and finally the government stepped in and said, no, you can't collect feathers. You can't even, whether it's from a roadkill or a molting bird, one just dropped in your yard, technically you're not supposed to collect them. Yeah. So I have to put that out there. So you can take a photo of it, or which is fine. Then bring it in. But people would bring in these feathers, and first of all, they'd be disappointed because it was never from the bird they thought it was. Because around here now, they have these ginormous feathers would come in, and they were convinced they had an eagle in their yard. And I said, do you have turkeys? Yes. Well, there you go. I usually ended up being a turkey, but researching this, I discovered the Feather Atlas for all these years I never knew existed, and it's put out by the U.S. government, the Fish and Wildlife Association. They have a forensic laboratory, which sounds, kind of ominous, but it's a Feather Atlas, and you would just kind of click in, and there's a lot of good information in how to identify feathers. It's actually really good, put up by the government. But you would just kind of click the size and what you found and go. It's not like the app that we want where you send in a photo and it tells you what it is. You have to do a little bit of back and forth. But it has a whole list of many pictures of bird feathers, typically the wing feathers and the tail feathers. The body feathers are a little bit trickier to identify. And then you can actually do the work yourself, kind of do the research on that. I found it really helpful, and I didn't even know it existed. I've been using a feather book, which is out there. You certainly can get that, but I always thought this one is kind of cool.
Yeah.
Do a quick web search, the Feather Atlas.
Feather Atlas would take you probably right to it.
Yeah, it's Fish and Wildlife, so it's not, nobody's going to be trying to sell you anything or, link to your, want your ID or anything like that. It's just the government page, and it's pretty good, and I've been kind of scrolling through it, and bird feathers are ridiculously difficult to identify. People get disappointed when I can't name it off the bat, but birds, depending on the age and the sex, is... in the time of year, they all change. And, you take a feather, it's like you go to your field guide and people say, well, is it this bird, it's that bird? But that's a whole bird put together. It's like walking in with a spark plug and then going to a car magazine and said,
is this a Buick? What is that?
Exactly. It's trickier than that. But this page is worth scrolling to. So the Feather Atlas, check it out.
Thank you, Mike.
Talk to you later.
All right. Talk to you next week. Okay, Mike O'Connor at the famous Birdwatchers General Store, Orleans, Cape Cod.
The Seabird Institute's Hog Island Audubon Camp, celebrating its 90th anniversary, hosts 5-night immersive educational programs for adults, teens, and families. Through these sessions, taught by the world's leading naturalists, ornithologists, and artists, Hog Island campers deepen their relationships with the birds and the ecosystems around them. For more information, full camp details, and other program offerings, visit audubon.org/Hog Island. That's audubon.org/Hog Island.
All right, we're hearing that mystery bird one more time here, and we'll just kind of fade it out here and get to our mystery bird contest calls. We're starting with Jude Rowe from Jacksonville, Florida. Hello, Jude Rowe.
I think the American golden plover.
American golden plover. That is a top quality guess. However, according to this trumpet here.
Yeah, no.
Sorry about that. Thank you, Jude Rowe. Try us again, okay? Okay. All right. Thank you again, Jude Rowe. There in Jacksonville, Florida. Let's move up to, I think it's Hartham, Connecticut. And Claudia is there. Hello, Claudia. Hello. Hi. I don't know. Did I get that town right? Is it Hartham?
Haddam.
Oh, Haddam. Okay, Haddam, Connecticut. Okay, got it. And maybe you got the mystery bird there. If you tell us what you believe it is.
It is the gull-billed tern.
The gull-billed tern. Yes. Nice job. That was kind of maybe a little bit a tricky one. That stout black bill obviously is a good clue, and it's a different kind of a gull. Not necessarily going after fish, but nice job. I believe we have time for a bonus question. Claudia, if you'd like to try it. What do you think?
Sure, why not?
Good spirit. This is not a bird question, not directly anyway, but one of our sort of conservation questions, and it might require a wild guess, but we want to talk about this a little bit. The big German candy company, Haribo, famous for its gummies in many colors, is focusing on the color green right now. Green as in environmentally friendly. What is Haribo Candy Company doing to become greener? Is it A, installing solar panels on all its factory roofs? B, switching all of its candy wrappers from plastic to paper? Or C, putting a fleet of long-haul electric trucks on the road for shipping their candy? What do you think that might be, Claudia?
Oh, they all sound good.
They do.
I'm going to go with the truck.
The truck, putting a fleet of long-haul electric trucks. Guess what? That's right. Yeah. Beautifully done, yes. They are putting those trucks on there. They're electric Mercedes-Benz semi-trucks aiming to reduce transport-related air pollution. And meanwhile, doing that also means they'll save lots of money on fuel and maintenance costs. So nice going, Haribo. And here's hoping you might also decide to install the solar panels and ditch the plastic wrapping in the process there. And nice going by you, Claudia. Thank you so much. If you'll stay on the line, Paul will get your info.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Claudia there in Haddam, Connecticut, correctly identifying the gull-billed tern and getting that bonus question right as well. We're out of time for today. Next week, we'll celebrate the joys of urban birding when we welcome the Chicago Bird Alliance's Matt Igleski for a preview of this year's Urban Birding Festival in Chicago beginning on September 18th. Thanks to our entire crew, including Paul Pisa, our engineer today. I'm Ray Brown. See you next week.
Ray Brown's Talkin' Birds.
Made possible by the generous support of the Birdwatchers General Store, Orleans, Cape Cod. Birdwatchersgeneralstore.com.
By Vortex Optics with the VIP warranty. Their unlimited lifetime promise to keep you and your optics covered. Learn more at vortexoptics.com.
By Brome, where bird feeding meets innovation. Discover truly squirrel-proof bird feeders, all backed by lifetime care commitment. Brome.com.
And by Hog Island Audubon Camp. For full camp schedule, program details, and to register, visit audubon.org/Hog Island.